for union busting, Starbucks, for example, they'd rather pay millions and millions and millions of dollars to fight the union rather than spending hundreds of thousands to give them what they want, which sounds very counterproductive. UPS, same thing. They just won air conditioning in their trucks, which how they not have air conditioning in their trucks? That cost them a few $100,000 to really do, realistically. But the fight for it in the union busting or the negotiations is costing them millions of dollars a day. Same with the writer's strike. Hollywood's losing millions upon millions upon millions of dollars a day.
Well, I can tell you firsthand.
So why risk all that money in the long run or the short run?
Because they don't want to
concessions
lose.
are so small.
They don't want to lose.
But they are losing. They're losing millions a day.
Well, trust me, they're not losing. I mean, to us, they're losing, but they don't want to lose because they rather fight you. I know personally someone who's been in court with a bank. Started with the banks, local bank here, actually a national bank, fighting for 15 years.
What?
15 years for a property. Yeah. All they have to do, all they needed to do, all they've been needed to do is sit down, negotiate a fair and reasonable contract with that person, and say, you know what, go under your merry way. But that would be too easy. They don't want to do that. They want to drag you to the court system because everybody has to eat off of you. I'm telling you, it's blood sucking. Yeah. It's laughable, but it is. Everybody has to eat. They have to drag you to the court system. Lawyers have to collect hundreds of hours of billable hours, right? And you have mounting debt. You have all this, the stress that the families deal with. People have lost their lives fighting those big banks, those same banks who collected billions of dollars from Obama when the 2008 crisis hit the United States, or the globe, I would say, the Great Recession of 2008. Obama in the United States simulated the economy with billions of dollars, the trickle down economy. That
didn't
never
really trickle down. Didn't trickle too far.
No, never worked for the working.
Didn't trickle too far. Neither those Trump tax cuts. Neither those Trump tax cuts for the rich. It didn't trickle down too far either.
It didn't. So
if it did, it didn't trickle down far enough.
No, you have families today. Though there are plenty, many of them lost their homes, their only livelihood, their only asset, lost their homes. But those who did not lose, many of them, believe it or not, 2008, a child who was born in 2008, how old would that child be today?
15.
There are people who are still fighting today for a home because the bank, like you say, it would be easy for them to have a conversation and say, you know what, this is going on too long. Let me call it a day. Let's have a solution to this. Let's go and, I have better fish to fry. They don't have better fish to fry. If they're choking you, why should they go look for better fish? Yeah. They can choke the life out of you. So I am part of the system. I'm in the system, but it's very important to understand how it works and how it's working against families. And that every single day, that's why we do the show, Let's Talk Money with Friends. We don't want folks to internalize the shame because there's no shame in your game. You have not done anything wrong. And you don't want to internalize, do harm to yourself when the truth of the matter is the game is rigged against you.
It is.
Only way you can fight is through collective power, and that's with the community.